What's up everyone, nethervvoid here with the new series, just like I told you on the previous video. Dyson Sphere Program, going to be awesome. It's a kind of cross between space and Factorio. It's really cool. A lot of cool new mechanics in this game. Developed by a Chinese development company, which is really cool. They're working on it constantly. It's Steam Early Access, just got released. About 20 bucks on Steam at the recording of this video anyway. Check the link in the video description to this game and play along with me. We're going to get right into it here because we don't have tons of time. Each one of these videos is going to be about 30 minutes, and I'm not going to abandon this series. I'm here to stay now. This is really what I love doing, and while I might want to take breaks sometimes, which I'm going to try not to do actually, I'm just going to keep playing through. I will probably just try to switch up different games that I play. So we're going to get right into it. The video schedule hopefully will be, I'm going to shoot for one video every 2 days while I ramp up. Maybe I can get a video out every day, but I'm not sure I can do that because I have to rearrange my schedule to do this. So please comment, like, subscribe if you do like this content. Click the bell notification to get notified when I play video games. And hopefully I'll be also adding some streaming at some point. It really depends on what my schedule allows. I have a really full life outside of video games and I work full time. So it just is what it is. Anyway, I'm going to remove my face cam now, so I won't be able to see my face cam, so I can actually look at the game. We're going to start a new game here. I already have a seed that I checked out, and again, the link's in the video description for my file on my Dyson Sphere Program notes and things like that. This is the seed I'm going with. It's a pretty cool little cluster here. Again, number of stars, 64 is the max. I noticed when generating these things that you always get a black hole, 2 white dwarfs, and a neutron star, which is kind of neat. I did want to get something from each type. I also know from my astronomy days that this layout for the types of the spectral types of the stars is not typical. M-type stars, or red dwarfs, I think they're usually called, you'd have about 1,000 to every one B or or O star. So this is really not typical. 24 B-type stars, spectral class stars, is highly unusual. If this was actually the case, this would probably be a very, very young cluster because B-type stars, or the blue type stars, burn out kind of quickly. They're young stars, they die out faster. But you have mostly more of these M through G type spectrals, which our sun is a G type as far as I recall. It's a main sequence star. We'll get into probably more of that as we play. But this looks pretty cool. I really like this layout here. I'm holding now middle mouse button to rotate this thing. I also wanted to get some of the blue giants, which are not that typical from what I found from generating these. So we're going to get started with that seed resource multiplier 1 time. So I'm just going to do the straight up normal one. We might get into modded versions of this game if I make more than 1 season of it. So we'll see. Let's just start this game. Really, really fun game. I have messed around a little bit with this seed to kind of to get used to the game. And as you can see, so we start out with a robot frame called Icarus, and I think it's just a robot actually. I don't think a human is inside of it, but you'll see why Icarus is very interesting choice of name here as we get really close to the star here. So look that up. That's a Google search for you. So there's a little guy that pops up in the corner there, as you saw, or I can't recall which side. No, this side. Okay, it's opposite. It pops up in the video, and it's a tutorial that lets you know what to do in the game, so check that out. I don't know if you can turn it off yet. Again, this game is very new. A lot of features are coming out. In fact, I think key bindings are not even something you can change at this point. It might have just changed with the most recent patch. So this is our first system. There are going to be many, as you saw, solar systems to check out. This is our starting system. Genom 4 is where we're going to start. Starting on the gas giant, we're actually a moon, like Endor, if you've seen Star Wars, which hopefully you have. Which I think you always start as a moon. As far as I've started this only a few times, started a new game, and I always end up as a moon of a giant, which is, you'll see why that's important later, I guess. So you can see this is kind of an archipelago of, hopefully I said that word right, planet here. This is our first planet. Planets are very small in this game. Either our robot is very, very giant, or planets are very small. You'll see. It's a little disorienting at first, but it's still a lot of fun. Again, I have purposely regenerated the seed ahead of time because as a YouTuber, it really benefits YouTubers to kind of pre-check out your world, make sure everything's going to work just right. and otherwise be prepared. I am going to have a test world where I test out systems, so I'm not testing it on screen because I really don't want to waste time that way. So one of the things I did first off is I'm not going to be able to generate all my you know, items and machines and stuff like that on the same planet. We are going to have to do some of that off planet. So, but I do want to have a space to create a main belt and to create basically factories that are scalable. You know me, I'm an IT guy. Scalability is a big deal in any system you develop because you want to be able to quickly plop something in and just increase your volume. You don't want to have to build a lot of infrastructure or change around a lot of stuff. In IT, in servers anyway, you get racks and you slide in a new server and boom, it's active, it's ready. So that's kind of what we're going to go for with this. So you're going to right click, I'm going to mouse wheel in and out to zoom. Again, middle mouse click and hold is kind of the rotating thing. I'm going to harvest the spaceship right here, which you can see is going to give us 5 of these energy sources that are going to be used to power our mech. You have to keep powering your mech, which I think is a really cool feature or mechanic in the game. So I'll show you how to do that in a second. So we got hydrogen fuel rods, which we're gonna use to power this guy up, and a couple other resources here. So first I'm going to show you that. We're going to show you the mech interface here. The mech interface shows you hit points, which right now doesn't matter, I don't think. Core capacity is 100 megajoules. That can be increased. That's the energy you see down here. This is what is our energy, kind of our battery for what we're using to fuel the mech. And when we drop fuel in here, this is what recharges that battery. So we're just going to drop it in. You can see it's starting to use the fuel to recharge the mech, and it stops when it's refueled. Move speed and power generation, kilowatts, I guess, per second. I'm not really sure what that is. But that all gets changed with upgrades. You can see the tutorials are here too. Check that out if you want. I'm going to skip all that because I already have that. Inventory, just basic resources. If you played Factorio, that's gonna be very easy to understand. We'll open the other stuff a little bit later. You've got a mini map down here, some cool features there. There are actual seasons in this game, which is neat. So I'm gonna click M to kind of zoom out to my planet's map. Again, the middle mouse scrolls like this, and the right click rotates. So I already have a place that I'm thinking I want to build, which I think is in the dark currently. Is this? No, this is not it. It's going to take a second for me to find it because... So you can see the poles there, and generally speaking, it's better to build on a longitudinal line. I think, no, latitudinal line, because of the way that the grid works. If you push B, let's zoom in. If we push B, we can see the build grid here, and the grid lines kind of change as you get toward the poles. They can mess with you. I don't know if we can see one. Maybe we're too close to the equator to see one. But they kind of shift and makes your building kind of strange. So I am going to be trying to build kind of latitudinally, if that's correct. I'm not even sure if that's correct. Is that it? No, this is not it. Where am I building? Oh, is that it? So where I decided to build is a very specific spot because I want to have a bunch of different materials ready right at the get-go. I want them all to be maybe no, that's not it. But mostly it's gonna get me a nice line for I am gonna build a main or a main bus, but I need a lot of space. You can see there's a lot of water. We can fill that in later with landfill. Where is this thing? Is that it? No, that is not it. Okay, we're back, and I think I found where I want to build. I don't know why I had to refine this because I thought I had all of this kind of figured out. So we're gonna build right here. We're gonna start right here. I'm gonna gather resources from stone, copper, iron, and I'm gonna have to go way over here to find coal. I can't, it's somewhere over here now, it's dark. I'm gonna box it all up here for my ore collection for, you know, warehousing and stuff, and then I'm gonna make all my, well, I'm gonna try to make a smeltery along this line right here. Again, we'll be able to landfill this in over time, and so hopefully I'll be able to do that very quickly. And then from there, I'm just going to bus over this waterway and then put my main bus right here. Again, when I can fill in landfill, we can add more machines and stuff to the main bus right there. So that's going to be the plan. I don't really like that there's so much water on these planets because there's not much space to really do anything with, but it is what it is. Also, I can't put a marker here, so I'm going to have to just try to remember where this is. So let's go to, oh, okay, it's somewhere over here. I hope I know where this is. Let me go to map again. I think it's this way, right? I don't know why it also retilts into weird orientation. Yeah, it's right there. That's where I want to build. I'm right here. Okay, let's just get going. We might have to harvest some resources. You can harvest wood to power your mech while, you know, you're moving around and stuff and don't have coal, at least. And you can fly over water. It just starts to fly. Now, when you do that, it uses kind of a lot of energy from what I remember. So we'll see how far I can really get by doing this. I'm going to try to run on the land. Where am I at again? I want to be there, actually, so I need to turn immediately to my right. So I need to turn this way. Now, hopefully, we'll get coal pretty quick, because coal is really good early resource to power your mech. So I want to make sure I can get coal in there pretty quickly. This is stone. I was really hoping this was coal. That is not coal. Wasn't coal around here? Because I'm harvesting now I can't see because we're on the night side. There's coal. So I'm already lost. Oh, that's okay, wait. Where was I going to put my stuff? Where were those two copper veins? Again, I hate that you can't see once it's dark. Oh, are they right here? Can't see a damn thing. Oh, there they are. So I'm already off my So yeah, nighttime can be a problem in this game. Hopefully you can see, because I know it's an issue. It's also kind of tough. Let's get that grid back on. It's also kind of tough that I can't see what I'm doing on the planet too much. Oh, okay, I got the little mini map. I guess we can start using that. Let's make sure we're on the equator, kind of. Okay, I was going to go right along here. This is not where I wanted to build. I'm already not doing this correctly, it feels like. And I wish it would just stay like this. Where's that big ocean gap? Do I not have to deal with it? I might be able to just run it along there. It's not horrible. It stops there. I can probably landfill it at that point. All right, let's look to make sure we've got... Okay, there are the two copper mines. There's a stone. I thought that was iron. Oh, here's iron. So this should be coal. Okay, there's the coal I was talking about. So we're going to bus all that in. You know, we can probably do it to right here. Maybe right there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I need to get some miners on iron and coal. I'm sorry, iron and copper. So I'm going to do that first. This is where we're going to place our base. So first, why don't I go into detect tree? Now that we know where we're supposed to be, we got about 15 minutes left, which is good. We're going to go T in detect tree. This is a lot of fun. It's much like Factorio, except what I like is it's in a tree. You can kind of see what's going on. Right now I'm just right click or left click and hold, and I can move stuff around. This is going to help us build our Dyson Sphere and other things like that. But first thing we're going to do is I don't think this gives you anything. It doesn't. So we're going to get electromagnetism, which will give us some power, and the miners. This is a miner power pole, and this is wind turbine generation. We need 10 of these magnetic coils to do it. We have not produced those yet. We will go into our inventory, and F is the local construction window here. We're just going to select magnetic coils. This is what it takes to create them. We already have 10. And that we're going to say produce 10 of those so we can get that construction going. We are now out of magnetic coils, which is fine. Magnetic coils, and we can start cleaning up. I'm going to right click to start harvesting. Right click to move as well is what you can do, or use the WASD. I'm just going to start harvesting some of this. You can hold shift and right click to queue a bunch of stuff, because we're going to need to clear all this out for our boxes and different stuff like that, our warehouse. Cool, we got our research, good. I'm going to go back into this, see if I can create a mining machine. Oh, it gave us one mining machine. It also gave us a wind turbine. That's good. I'm going to build one more mining machine, but I'm going to need iron to do that. So why don't we put our first our first miner on this iron over here. I'm just gonna right click, that's way easier. And let's get that going, because I need more of those to get magnets. Magnets are made from raw iron. So this is how you do this, okay? We're gonna go into mining, we're gonna pick this up. Now you can press R to turn this, like you can in Factorio. You can also hold Shift and press R to get an exact placement, because you want to cover as many of these veins as possible. What I've found is 6 is a good amount. You want to get more if you can. We might be able to get 7 on, that's still 6. This is a strange patch, so I'm not even sure. I'm not sure how many we'll be able to get, actually. That's 7. No, that's 6. That's 7. Boom. We're going to place that. A little bot will come out and place it for you, as you just saw. That's how construction works in this game. The bots do it for you. Now, what we're going to want to do is probably put this in a box pretty quick, but first we're just going to put a wind turbine up right next to this guy and give it power. So one thing you can do... Oh, this isn't... Okay, just build the wind turbine. That'll start getting this guy power. Now, he generates a lot per second, you can see. That's because we have 7. Every ore node that you that you're captured inside that cone gives you 0.5 ore per second. So you can see we're getting quite a lot here. We're going to just go generate our second. You can double click here and go right to the crafting menu here. We're going to generate one of those because I don't want to generate too many or craft too many things too quickly. Let's craft one more of these guys, because what it does is it tries to create all the components, subcomponents. Let's gather a bunch of that before we go over here. It creates all the subcomponents before it starts creating the actual machines. So if you queue up like 10, it creates a bunch of subcomponents first, and it just kind of takes a lot of time. So since we really don't need to wait like that... Oh, wow, man, I wish I could... that's 7. I'll click there as well. Moving my bot out of the way, that's cool. Let's see if we got our wind turbine correct. We do. So let's place that guy. We're going to have to end up moving these probably later, but that's fine. I really just want to get this stuff moving. I want to generate probably on that coal, but how far away is that? I can't see it from here. That's pretty far. I really need that, though. Let's look at, I'm sorry, let's look at, what are we doing on power? Yeah, we need power. We have wood, but we need this later to create some science. Well, it jumpstarts our science creation. So why don't we put coal in here? We can do that. And then we're going to need to generate... Let's get some of these guys, since that stops them up anyway. I kind of want to put a box on this to start gathering it. Let's look at... Can we make boxes yet? Let's go to the tech tree. We're going to want... I think it's logistics up here. We'll get us belts, which we're going to need anyway to move this ore. It also gives us these storage boxes and inserters. Well, they're not. They're called sorters, but these are like inserters. Why don't we get that going? We're going to need chipsets. Oh, did I not select it? Activate. Now, you can also queue stuff up. We're not going to do that yet. I'll show you how to queue that in a minute. But let's create gears and chipsets. Gears are just irons. We're going to go with 5. That'll get our research moving first, because it'll try to create those. Again, now we're going to go back here and do 5, and then back here and do 5. That way our research will begin before we even are worried about it here, while we're crafting up the other stuff. The bot moves, or our mech moves really slowly at first, but we'll be able to upgrade that on the tech tree. If you look at the tech tree, there's also upgrades. This upgrades your mech and different stuff on your world, basically. It upgrades just different things. One of the things we're going to want to be really focusing on is upgrading our mechs, our building bots. I'm sorry, not our mech, our building bots. We can make them faster. We can get more building bots. You'll see that they do kind of slow you down. Let's get this guy. Let's create a couple more miners if we can, because we're going to need 2 more while we're just chilling. Let's create those. You can see it's a lot of components. So let's get that moving as well. I have some notes on what I'm trying to do on each of these, on each episode, so I'll keep doing that. But I really think we should let's get a box for this. I want to build, well, the ore comes in so fast. We don't need a box yet. Let's get something over here. For coal, I don't want to run out of... Okay, so we're still crafting that up. Let's look at, what are we doing here? Yeah, see how it creates everything. Why don't we get 2 of these going as well? Because we're not going to be able to create those without Well, see, again, we're getting to the problem. Let's just do this. Let's cancel this. Cancel this. Let's go with one miner. And then we'll do one of these guys as well. And then we'll go back to another miner and another one of these. Oops. Wind turbines. Okay, cool. So wind turbines are going to generate our initial fuel, or I'm sorry, initial power for this game. But there's a bunch of other things we can do, which is really cool. We'll get into that in the future. Let's R this thing to get as much as possible. This might be better for us right here. We're going to eventually surround this whole thing. Ooh, that's 8. We definitely want that. Let's put a turbine on it. Yep, I can now build a conveyor belt. Thanks, dude. Can you get off that so I can actually build something else? Cool. I guess until I select it, it's gonna keep telling me that. Cool. Okay. Neat. I have to select belt or it won't get off of that. Okay, I don't want a belt right now. I want this because I want to get some of this coal and not have to harvest trees and stuff for fuel. So we'll just wait a little bit here. We should probably craft up some other stuff while we're waiting. That's not what we want. Let's craft up... What do we have in our inventory? Okay, so we have a couple of those guys. We have some... Oh, cool. They gave us some inserters and some belts. That's probably all the belts we need. They didn't give us any storage boxes. So why don't we make... We need stone for that. We don't have stone. That's the last thing we need. Why don't we get another stack of this? Now we have plenty of fuel at least. Oh, I thought I clicked C. See, we're almost out. So it's a good thing we were here collecting that coal. I thought we collected a lot more coal than that. Apparently we didn't. Okay, well, let's just power up a little bit. I want to make sure we don't have to harvest trees. This stuff's so fast anyway, it's not a big deal. I think we're doing pretty well for the first episode here. Just kind of getting set up. Making it so I don't have to... Oh. Those are 100 per stack. Okay. Making sure that I don't have to do a lot of extra, you know, harvesting and stuff when I don't need to. That should give us plenty of fuel for a while. I think we're running the wrong direction here. You can see, I can see what I built. Oh no, that's the correct direction. You can see what you built on the mini-map here. So, it's just need to run this direction. Yeah, there we go. Okay. We have a lot of iron deposits over here. We're going to be using that later for sure. So, you can actually click these from pretty far away. Let's get this guy moving. Then we'll put a box on him. We really should have boxed up. We should box up that coal. We should have boxed it up while we were there. Let's go do that really fast. Did we build a couple boxes? I don't think we did. Let's get a couple boxes moving. We don't have stone. That's what we were trying to create. Why don't we get some stone on the way? So that's titanium. So that's going to be something we want to get. We really need that for some projects in the future. Titanium is what we're going to get on different planets. The first planet doesn't usually have titanium, as far as I'm aware. But, so we're going to need that. You're going to harvest this stuff and get some extra things that you're going to need later on. Why don't we make a box now? Let's just make one, and then we're going to get maybe 3 more after that. That'll at least give me something to harvest, or, I mean, to use now. So what we're going to do is we're going to belt out of this thing into a box. So what you do is you click the item, and then we're going to conveyor to here, and the bots are going to build it. I start out with 4 bots. They're very, very slow. And then we're going to put 1 box. We're going to do it here. As you can see, there's a grid. And now for boxes, you got to use an inserter. So, well, they're called sorters. So you click it, and then drag it and click again. Each building usually has about 3 places you can put something. Or have input and output. Now we're going to deconstruct, which X will help get us into deconstruction mode. We're gonna remove that so we can power. We have to power this inserter as well, so we're gonna replace this to power both. Now, what you can also do is look at your power source and see if you have enough power. As you can see, we're not producing enough to keep both the inserter and the miner moving. So I'm actually gonna build some more of these guys. Let's build like 4 more wind turbines, since obviously this is gonna be a problem in all of our locations. Let's build 3 more. And then let's place this one guy right here so we can have enough power. They will connect to each other, so they don't have to connect. Like, see how that line is connecting? and then it'll just add its power to the system. As you can see, now we have 100% satisfaction. There's no problem. This thing can mine as fast as it can. And actually, we're going to pick this up because look, the inserter is the problem here. Maybe we can, well, we don't have splitters yet, so we'll just leave it at that. We're going to actually pick this up because I don't need it. Actually, that's about the same speed. I think for now we're just going to do it like that. We're just going to leave it like that. Let me get this guy so we have more fuel. What did we get anyway from our little excursion there? We got some silicon and some titanium. That'll be good. We got some stone, which is what we really needed from harvesting those stone, basically stuff on the ground there. How much money? We got 4 more minutes. Let's get this guy picked up real quick to let him mine. And then we're going to do the same thing here. We're just going to place belts. We're going to belt this right into a box. I think that's going to be in the way, so we're going to belt down this direction. This will also allow... I think our inserter will be in range of the box. That might be too close. Well, we're going to see. Also, these inserters do travel, so you want to put them as close to the whatever it is as possible. See, that's actually allowing this to craft a lot faster. We don't really care about coal. I know coal's a little messed up, but I'm not really worried about it because we're going to be picking that box up soon. This is really just to allow that miner to keep moving while we're doing other things. Hopefully we can get all these boxes and miners down before the episode's over. Do I have another miner? I do. Good. Then that means I don't have to worry about the last one for stone that's over there that I want to get. So let's hook this guy up as well. Let's just hook him to a box. Now, if you have not... See how it moved that branch for me? What I really want to do is clear all this out because I will not get the resources for this if the bots move the thing that's in the way. So if I do it, I get the resources from it. As you can see, logs and things like that. So if you really want those logs and things, that's what I would suggest, is to harvest it yourself. Let's get another inserter on this guy, and I think it's in range. It is. Sweet. So it's going to move the ore. Let's just gather it all so we have a good store of copper. Now let's place the stone one, and then we're going to be good for episode 1. We have everything we need, so we don't need to build. Is there anything we should be building? Maybe some more belts and sorters. Why don't we build more belts and sorters? Let's produce 5 belts, maybe 10 belts. And we'll produce 5 sorters. We're going to want to get stocked up on that. How many more of these guys? We have plenty of that, of the wind turbines. Let's get this miner on here so we can get stone. So I think, let's see, can we do... Ooh, that would work. Can we get all these? Can we get all... Ooh, we can get these. That's 7, right? Perfect. So you can see each one of these nodes also does have... well, I don't know why we can't see it now. That's weird. Oh, 39,000 there. So they will run out over time. But there was a bunch of resources. I've never been worried about that. We're going to go... You can also put belts over water. So just because you can place a belt does not necessarily mean you can place a structure. So be careful of that. We're going to get this guy going. Let's just set him up completely before we place our power pole. That way, or a wind turbine. That way we know if we can cover everybody. There we go. So this guy is going to be gathering plenty of stuff for us. And I bet you he's going to fill up. Oh. No, see, he's going to fill up as well. Because he's going to be able to mine a lot faster than we can insert with this. So we'll get some stone. We've got 62 stone. That's probably plenty. And we're just about at time. So that's going to do it for episode 1. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Please like this video. And hopefully you're going to be here for more. I'm glad to be back. This is a lot of fun. Episode 2 will be coming out shortly. Factorio Season 3 is something I have in my mind modded with Angels and Bobs because I didn't get to finish Season 2. And now that I know why, hopefully we can prevent me having to abandon another season like that because the game's not running smoothly. Anyway, let me know what you think. And subscribe if you like this video. There's going to be a lot more coming. Hit the notification bell, please. And I will see you next time. Stay frosty.